Hi guys, so I have been telling you all for the past year that I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and I have finally got round to it. So for those that don't know me, I am Natasha Heafy. I am a in-hand show producer, very small time. I've only just started in the last couple of years. We have also got a new stud that we started about 3 or 4 years ago, breeding Welsh Section A ponies and partbreds. So I thought I would start by introducing you to our little team. First up, we have Glam. So this is Collier's Glamour Girl. She is a 7-year-old Welsh Section A mare. She's roughly around 11'3", I think. She's quite a good height. She is grey. Well, I mean, she's a bit muddy at the moment, but she is grey. She is not broken. She is going to be going off to stud next year to be put in foal, hopefully to have her first foal. She is a maiden. She hasn't really got a major show record. We've had her since she was 6 months old, I think, when she was weaned, and we've kind of done a little bit of light showing with her, but we've mostly waited for her to just mature and come on, and she's finally starting to look marish now, so we're hoping to have a good barren mare season with her next year. Next we have Tiago. So he is the rugless pony. Tiago is how old is he? He must be 13 now. 13-year-old Welsh Section A gelding. He's almost full up, I believe. I haven't actually really officially measured him. He is almost full up. He has had quite the show record. He has been owned by us since a 3-year-old. I will do another video on his backstory another time, but I've owned him since he was 3. Obviously he's 13 now, and he has had a phenomenal showing career in hand. His best result, for those that don't know, he did actually win the Welsh Section A geldings at the Royal Welsh in 2018, and he was overall gelding champion at the Royal Welsh in 2018, which is just absolutely outstanding. He's won many Millcroft gelding championships and other bits and bobs in between. He's won Royal Norfolk. So he's been a super good pony to us. He was broken in at the back end of 2018. He did a season under saddle as a lead rein, but it wasn't really for him, to be honest. He's then had a couple of another good show seasons in hand, and then he's kind of just been chilling this year, really. He's going to chill next year as well, and then we're going to bring him back out as a veteran pony. He is a grey Welsh Section A gelding, and I did forget to mention his show name for anyone interested is Llanai Tiago. So yeah, that is my best boy. We then have Cody. He's the old lad. He was the first Section A I started back with. So as you can see, he is now totally white apart from the mud on his legs. He is a grey Welsh Section A gelding. He is now 17 years old. I have had him since he was a 2-year-old. He is not the best doer in the winter, so obviously he's rugged. He grows a good coat, but as he's getting older, he's just not the best doer, so we like to rug him up and keep him nice and toasty. He has had a good showing career. He's not had an outstanding showing career, but he has taught me a hell of a lot. He was my first Section A, joining back from show ponies. He taught me loads. He's taught Meg loads. He has had some really, really good results. He holds his own really, really well. And he is broken as well, actually. He did a couple of seasons ridden. Did a season as a lead rein pony, which he found very enjoyable. He did a novice season with one of our friends' daughters, and then he just we decided to retire him. He'd had such a good little show career. He'd been such a good teacher. He's a very good nanny to the or granddad to the babies. You can turn him out with absolutely anybody, and he's also very good if you want to get a mare in season. He has some very good chat. So yeah, his show name is Jaqueline Thomas Harry, and he is 17. He is also roughly 12 hands. He is very full up 12 hands, he is. But yeah. So I thought I would introduce these guys. They are part of our little team. They are Chief Mousers and Ratters. So the black cat is Kitty. He is much younger than Elvis. We're not actually sure how old he is, to be perfectly honest with you. They're both yard cats, as you can see. Not as feral as they probably should be. very friendly. This is Elvis. He used to be very, very feral, and now he's extremely tame and probably would like to live in the house. But he's a very, very good mouser, aren't you, Elvis? Very good mouser. So they're the yard cats. This is Trilby. She is around 7 months old now. She is a Palomino Welsh Section A filly. She is our second homebred, and she is out of our mare Tia. Her show name is Kero's Trilby. So Trilby, obviously being only a foal, has not done a whole lot. She has been out to a handful of shows with her mum at foot. She's won a few of her foal classes, and she's taken a few championships. Her best result, actually, she was young stock reserve champion at the East Anglia Championship Horse Show, and that was a mixed young stock championship. So that was against sort of, you know, the yearlings 2 and 3 year olds. She was the youngest in there. She also was reserve overall champion at Greyfern Park Equestrian Centre, and that was in a massive big mixed championship with adults of all types and sizes. So yeah, she is in prep mode now for the Royal Welsh Winter Fair, which we are heading off to on Sunday. And she is entered in the filly gelding Section A foal class. This is Charlie, who I haven't mucked out yet and likes to poo up my wall, as you can see. Charlie is my mum's homebred Section B colt foal. So he's a couple of weeks older than Trilby. He's about 7.5 months old now. He is actually out of my mum's first homebred, Elise Arabesque. His show name is Elise Chevalier, and he is the third homebred of my mum's. He has had the same kind of show career really as Trilby. He's been out with his mum at foot and had some good results. He's had some lovely comments in and around the ring, and he's also been out to a show on his own without mum, just for kind of a trial run, as he is also off to the Royal Welsh Winter Fair on Sunday alongside Trilby. He will be in the Section B colt foal class. So yeah, we have some high hopes for this little chap. We shall see whether he stays entire or not. He's got some beautiful breeding. He's actually by Skellon Bronze Soldier, so we shall see how he gets on. This is Tula. Tula is our 2-year-old Welsh Section A homebred. So she is actually our first homebred. She is full sister to Trilby. So she is, of course, out of our mare Tia. She is a very dark chestnut. I'd say, I mean, her tail's very dirty at the moment, but I would say she's actually a liver chestnut, to be honest. She's got a very flaxeny tail. But yeah, she's chestnut nonetheless. She has not been shown tons. She went out with her mum when she was a foal at foot, and had a very good little show season. She then went out last year as a yearling and had some very good successful shows. And then she's actually only been out once this year. It was more of an educational trip, to be honest, because being 2, I do show 2-year-olds, but being 2, she's just kind of, she just needs to fill out a bit more. She's got a very big frame, but she just needs to broaden out a little bit. So yeah, she didn't do too much this year at all. She just did the champ show, the 2-day champ show. 3-year-old season, not sure what we have planned for her, in all honesty. That kind of depends on how she looks, judges, etc, etc. But yeah, this is Tula. I would say she is roughly 11.5, I think. She's a fairly good height, actually. And her show name is Kero's Tula. This is Leo. Leo is a Welsh Section C gelding. He's a liver chestnut. He's only 12 bless him. He is 17 years old. He's actually currently on show lease from the Bogle family. He has had a really good show record as an in-hand pony. So with his breeders, I believe he won the Winter Fair as a foal, was second at the Royal Welsh as a yearling, and I think he was 6 as a 2-year-old. And then with the girls, he has been to RI, and he has also done the hoist circuit. So we're having a bit of fun with him. This is our 2nd season with him. And yeah, he's just been a real fun pony. He's won all of his gelding classes that have been marked this year, which is amazing. He won his breed class earlier in the year, and he was a fantastic 10th out of I think it was 18 in the Section C geldings at the Royal Welsh, which I was so pleased with because he was the smallest and definitely the oldest in there, so super pleased. So he's just here for a bit of fun in hand with us. Also forgot to mention his show name is Lawton Leonardo. Something else that people may or may not know is I am actually a sponsored rider and a brand ambassador for 4 companies. So I am a brand ambassador for Stable Skin, which I'm obviously wearing today because it is freezing out here. I am also a brand ambassador for the amazing Free Step. I am a brand ambassador for Nay Nonsense Equestrian, which is a lovely clothing company, and I'm also a sponsored rider for Rowan Barbary Horse Feeds. This is Tilly. She is a 10-year-old. I think she's 10, or is she 11? I think she's 10. We'll say 10. She possibly is 11. 10-year-old Welsh Section A mare. Now, Tilly is a rescue rehome mare. I will do a video about all that jazz another time. But yeah, she's a little rescue rehome Welsh Section A grey mare. She is roughly, she's a good height. I'd say she's, what is she, maybe about 11'2", 11'3". I think she's a bit bigger than Tia, maybe 11'3", I'm not sure. She's no bigger than that though. She is from the same stud as another pony you will find out about a little later on. Forgive my English accent and pronunciation. She is Lindy Rhapsody, is her registered name. We have not shown her, and we don't really have any intentions to show her. Like I said, I will explain everything in another video, but we would like to breed from her though. I think she would make a nice little brood mare. She'd basically be a paddock mare really, so we'll see how that goes with her. This is Tia. Tia is a 13-year-old Welsh Section A mare. She looks a funny colour in here. She's actually Sooty Palomino, contrary to what people say because of the colour of her mane. She is a Sooty Palomino. I mean, you can see her tail is very... Anyway, we'll get into that another day. So yeah, she is our foundation brood mare. Her show name is Lanai Tiala. She is the mother of Trilby and Tula, and she is actually semi-related to Tiago. I believe her sister, half-sister, is Tiago's mother. So that's kind of how they're related. She didn't have any kind of a show career up till the age of 7, where she was just kind of at stud in the field. She did like half a season with a friend of ours, and she went to the Royal Welsh and was 5th, was it 4th or 5th in the junior Baron mares, which is absolutely amazing. She had then some more time back in the field at stud, and then she came to us as a 9-year-old. We have had fabulous success with this mare. She's won breed classes, never been up in a championship, never had anything in a championship at a breed show, but she is a little more niche, I'd say. She was Supreme TSR Members Champion at Equifest. She won every class there back in 2022 with Tula at foot. She has the most beautiful eye. And she was also breed champion on the first day. She's just done loads for us. She's won lots, and hopefully will continue to breed some nice foals, and continue to do well in the ring. She's going to have a season as a Baron mare next year, and then I think we're going to pop her back into foal in 2026, I think, for a 2027 foal, which will be exciting. But yeah, this is Tia. She's around 11.5, I believe she is. This is Ariana. Ariana is the only partbred on the yard. She is a Welsh partbred. So she is out of a Section B mare and by a homozygous coloured show hunter pony stallion. She does actually have, so she's 50% Welsh and she has 27.46%, something like that, Arab in her as well. So anything she was to breed would always be a Welsh partbred and partbred Arab. So she is actually 13.3. Everyone always thinks she is bigger because she's quite horsey. She's a very scopy pony. She's not overly compact, I wouldn't say. She is a minimal marked Bay Tobiano, as you can see by her tail, and we turn her out as a show hunter pony for her partbred classes. We have had her since she was 2, so we show leased her as a 2-year-old, and then we purchased her, I believe, when she was 4 or 5. I can never remember. She is now 7 years old. As you may have noticed by her show name, which is Lanai Ariana, she is from the same stud as Tia and Tiago, although is of no relation. She has been super successful for us. So she had actually previously won a bronze medal as a yearling with another person who had leased her. She has won 3 bronze medals with us and 2 Welsh Pony Cob silver medals. She has also won 2 MPS silver medal rosettes as a show hunter pony, breeding pony, which is fabulous. She's had a win at Royal Norfolk. She narrowly missed out on a win at Royal Welsh, but just couldn't keep her head together. She's had a reserve champion at Royal Norfolk. She's been hugely successful. She's done really well for us as a young mare. She did actually go after stud earlier this year, but it just wasn't meant to be. She just didn't take. And I know it's been a tricky year for a lot of breeders, we've been hearing. So she will be going back next year to the same stallion as we have an NFFR. And if that is not successful, we will just have to accept that actually they're just not a good match and we will try someone else. This is Ida. Ida is a chestnut Welsh Section A mare. She is actually a client's pony. She has got such a beautiful little head. She is a client's pony who sadly is now up for sale. If she was to stay and be produced by me, that would be amazing because I just love her. She's just got the nicest, easiest going temperament you could wish for. And she's right up our street as a type as well, truth be told. She is a little bit weeny, but she shows bigger, I would say. I've shown her in hand and she looks bigger when she goes. She is about 11 hands. She is broken to ride. She was broken professionally end of last year, beginning of this year, and she's been ridden by my 3-year-old niece. She's such a good pony. She takes everything in her stride. She's actually been reserve MPS silver medal rosette at her 2nd show at the beginning of this year. She's had a 2nd at the breed show. She had a win and a champion at a local show. So yeah, she's done super good. She's going to come back out under saddle, I think, beginning of next year. But like I said, unfortunately she is up for sale, which is super sad. I'd be sad to see her go. But she's a real good mare. Her show name, again, forgive the English, is Pontblidin Ida. So yeah, super nice little pony. She is chestnut. People tell me she's bay. She's not. She has a flaxen tail. So this is little Miss Ida. This is J-Lo. J-Lo is an 8-year-old Welsh Section A grey mare. She is about 11.2. She is our lead rein pony. So we have had her since she was a yearling. She is 8 years old now. And we bought her directly from stud. She is from the same stud as Tilly, although she is no relation. Her show name is Lindy J-Lo. She's been a fabulous little pony. She's just so easygoing. She's taught my niece to ride. She's done lots of lead, and she's taught so many kids to ride and taken them through the ring with us. She's just been a real fabulous little pony. She had a very good 2nd at Notts County this year in hand. So she's just a good little all-rounder, really. We would like to breed from this mare at some point, but she's having a real good career as a lead rein pony, so we're going to persevere with that a little longer. I think we're going to do a season of lead rein with my niece next year, and then think about popping her in foal in 2026, which should be super, super exciting. This is Ruby. Ruby is a bay 2-year-old Welsh Section A filly. We actually purchased her as a foal from the Welsh Pony and Cob Society sales. Her show name is Crumpwell Blue Skylar. She's very good friends, as you can see, with little Miss Ida Pants. She had a really nice career actually as a yearling last year. She did very well in the show ring. We were super, super pleased with her. She lacks a little confidence, but that will come. She hasn't been anywhere this year actually. She was due to go to the Royal Welsh, and then she just didn't quite look right for us, and we thought, well, we'll just leave her at home, it's no big deal. So she's kind of just had the year growing in the field, and she's done a super lot of growing this year actually. She's done a lot of growing. She's a nice sized pony. So we're going to take her out in hand next year as a 3-year-old, which will be very, very exciting. And then we're not really sure what we're going to do with her after that, but certainly as a 3-year-old she will go out and do a bit of in hand and see if we can get her to some breed shows. So that is an introduction to all of the ponies, and the 2 cats obviously. I hope that this is a channel that you guys might enjoy. There will obviously also be lots of showing bits and pieces on here to follow on. Although the season is now winding down, I do lots of kind of tutorials and things on my TikTok, so I can do that on here as well. So get subscribing and get liking, guys.